Her Excellency Nada Bustani, represented by Professor Joseph Al-Assad, the President of the Federation of Lebanese Engineers, Architect Jad Tabit, the head of the organization committee, Dr. Jamal Haidar, the president of the FISUEL, Mr. Dominique Desmoulins, representatives of the security leaders, representatives of the freelance professions, order council members, Naib Subhi al-Bsat, distinguished guests, ahla wa sahla. Scientists and engineers have devoted decades of precious time exploring science to empower humanity to triumph over ignorance. In effect, the humankind climbed a dazzling leap in extensive discoveries and inventions in the field of electric energy for the service of all mankind. The blessing of use of electric power is not free of many dangers. The neglect of protection measures and its abuse of use can turn its blessings into large disadvantages due to the great damage it can inflict to the humans and their properties. When human issues arise naturally and communities join forces to ward off the dangers, particularly at times when the world is a global village, the issue takes on an attractive international dimension. As such, FISUEL emerged in 2002 here in Beirut upon the calling of many inter-European, Asian, Arab, and African council and bodies and agencies concerned with safety issues for electricity usage to advance its global performance. The FISUEL Federation aims to achieve several objectives, the most important of which is the endorsement of an advanced level in electrical installations internationally by seeking the adoption of best engineering practices, promotion of conformed products, combating counterfeit and unsafe products, and assist local authorities in promoting safe electrical installations in all places. The convening delegates from the international bodies, along with their counterparts in Lebanon, will be highlighting over 2 days the safety of electrical use, particularly in the field of renewable energies, shedding the light over its new technologies, experiences, performance, and over its research areas. The symposium we plan to have over the 2 days will be containing extensive, rewarding, and stimulating material in the diverse fields of engineering safety. Attendees are going to appreciate very much the level of skills, knowledge, and experience that they are going to acquire and exchange. You are all wished a highly successful and productive conference. For those who travel the long distances, welcome to Beirut. Bienvenue à Beirut. Ahlan wa sahlan fi Beirut. Beirut et Yukoso. Yang to Beirut, and God bless you all. The branch of electrical consultant engineers at the Order of Engineers in Beirut have long been involved in many diverse conference events locally. Organizing the FISUEL International event was unprecedented to us. It was a whole different ballgame. A different ballgame requires a distinguished leader. Dr. Jamal Haidar, the president of the branch, demonstrated all the personas distinguished captain can offer to his teammates. The team delivered well, and hence, glittering stars do not fade away. Please welcome the head of the organizing committee, Dr. Jamal Haidar.
Your Excellency, Mrs. Nada Bustani, Minister of Energy and Water, represented by Dr. Joseph Assad, President of the Federation of Lebanese Engineers, Architect Jad Tabit, President of FISUEL, Mr. Dominique Desmoulins, Honorary Director, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Before I begin, on behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to extend my gratitude to Her Excellency, Mrs. Nada Al-Bustani, the Minister of Energy and Water, on her support in patronizing our event today. Coming together is just a beginning. Keeping together is a progress, but working together is a success. In 1998, the branch of electrical consultant engineers found a necessity to adopt electrotechnical standards to best govern the electrical engineering practices in Lebanon. In order to pursue the objective, the branch established a contact in France with FISUEL, the public utility responsible for the compulsory conformity of electrical installations. Having recognized the need to form a similar public utility in Lebanon to conform electrical installations to standards and regulations, the branch took the advice from FISUEL to establish an international stage that would help serve the creation of the public utility FISUEL in Lebanon. The Order of Engineers and Architects in Beirut paved the way for the activation of an ideal international federation, the FISUEL, that worked under the French law and took the initiative that revived it in Beirut as a prelude for forming the Lebanese FISUEL. 17 years of partnership, conducting, coherence of knowledge sharing proved to be productive. It was a good start, but ambitiously, it was just a start. The organizing committee of this event has been working diligently since 7 months now, after being given the green light by FISUEL to embark on the works of the General Assembly in Beirut. The branch of electrical consultant engineers can nevertheless give the credit to the Federation of Lebanese Engineers, specifically to the President of the Federation, Architect Jad Thabit, for his great support made available to organize this conference. Inspired and motivated, the branch took the commitment upon itself to support the national and regional bodies and councils to join the efforts for spreading the safety concepts and culture. The safety of the people shall be the highest law in our opinion, and hence our government's first duty and highest obligation should be public safety. I would like to thank each and every member of the organizing committee for bringing this event a success. My best wishes for a successful and fruitful conference are extended to all. May God bless your souls. Thank you. Merci à tous. Arigato gozaimashita. Gomo bstibnida. Shukran lakum.
President Jad Thabit, we must acknowledge, without your help and your unwavering support, our achievements would not have been possible. Please welcome Architect Jad Thabit, the President of the Federation of the Lebanese Engineers now.
معالي وزيرة الطاقة والمياه سيدة ندى بستاني ممثلة بالزميل جوزيف الأسعد. Monsieur Dominique Desmoulins, président de la FISUEL. حضرات السعادة، حضرات النقباء السابقون وأعضاء مجلس النقابة الحاليون والسابقون. Distinguished members of the FISUEL board, distinguished experts and resource persons. حضرة الزميل الصديق العزيز دكتور جمال حيدر وأعضاء اللجنة التنظيمية يعطيكم العافية. Observers and colleagues, زميلاتي وزملائي, أيها الحفل الكريم، يسر اتحاد المهندسين اللبنانيين أن يستقبلكم في هذا اللقاء العالمي المميز المخصص لقضية سلامة المنشآت الكهربائية. The Federation of Lebanese Engineers and Architects is honored and delighted to welcome you all to this unique and admired international gathering on promoting the safety of electricity usage issues. On February 1st, 2002, the Order of Engineers and Architects in Beirut took the initiative to invite 19 bodies and agencies from nearly 10 different countries from around the world to form the constituents of the General Assembly of the FISUEL. The constituents of FISUEL witnessed its birth here in Beirut after having elected its first president, Mr. Philippe André, the president of FISUEL France. If international forums collaborate to encourage coherence and promote knowledge, sharing and mutual learning across diverse actors and activities, then Lebanon have profited the most. It was simply the right thing to do. The Federation of Lebanese Engineers and Architects is the key player in Lebanon for setting the legislative and regulatory affairs related to the engineering professions, which was evident in the adoption of the Public Safety Decree that governs engineering safety in Lebanon, including electrical installation rules and conditions. As part of its objectives, the Federation of Lebanese Engineers and Architects works in close cooperation with the Lebanese Institute for Normalization and Standardization, LIBNOR, for the issuance of needed engineering national standards. The Federation is also concerned with spreading the culture of public safety and its awareness. In this context, the Federation treasures FISUEL in giving Lebanon the ability to improve its safety levels and combat counterfeiting by establishing its electrotechnical interests. FISUEL can also provide the required platform for international, regional, and national collaboration to produce joint efforts for promoting common goals and for avoiding potential overlaps in their pursuit of electric safety objectives. The decision of convening this year the General Assembly of FISUEL after 17 years of successful progress within the global geographic environment in the Lebanese capital Beirut signals a great significance in light of the growing international challenges in the era of globalization, information technology, and economic blocs. The branch of electrical consultant engineers have worked well honoring its membership with FISUEL over the years. The fruitful effort that have culminated in inaugurating the 2019 General Assembly here in Beirut have marked a major achievement for our federation in serving its objectives in an influential manner on an international level, an accomplishment worth being praised for. I would like to take the occasion and extend to all the participants my best and sincere wishes on every bit of success you plan to endeavor to plan. Lebanon is well known to be a piece of the sky. My wishes also go to you to have a beautiful and warm stay in our country. Thank you.
President of FISUEL, Monsieur Dominique Desmoulins.
Your Excellency, Minister of Energy and Water, Nada Boustani, represented by Professor Joseph Al-Assad, President of Federation of Lebanese Engineers and Architects, Jack Tabet, Dr. Jamal, Head of Organizing Committee, distinguished guests, Mr. and Mrs., dear colleagues. First of all, I want to thank the whole organization team, which is representative by Jamal, Hussein, and Habib for their work. And we are very glad to be here together in Lebanon for this new general annual meeting. It's what we call the GAM of FISUEL, the International Federation of Safety of Electricity Users. The golden rule for us, for FISUEL, is always the same: an affordable, safe, and sustainable access to electricity for all, everywhere. The electricity is a very important factor of development for different countries and cities. Without electricity, population are living in the dark. The vital services such as hospitals, schools are no longer running, and companies are coming up to such difficulties. The electricity make things possible to invest money, innovations, and the appearance of new businesses in order to create employment and the economic growth in the world. Relevant access to energy services at an affordable cost is essential to create value and to maintain sustainable development. It is also a central item in the fight against climate change. Nowadays, nearly 1 billion of people are living without electricity in the world, even when several hundred million people are suffering of some unpredictable power supply. Otherwise, more than 3 billion people are always cooking or heating their house with pollutant fuel like woods or biomass, which is very bad for the quality of the air inside and outside. And this kind of thing has now heavy consequences for the health of the local population. Concerning this overwhelming statement, works are in real progress in the world. The world energetic system take advantage in deep transformation change, where the renewable energies play a major worldwide part in the electricity supply. The present energy transition, enhanced by the decrease of the cost of renewables energy and some short-term innovation, such as smart networks, microgrids, system will definitely contribute to improve the energetic use planning. In several countries, new solutions in the big scale concerning self-sufficient wiring or improve and local networks will largely contribute to the energy access. In the same time, the domestic solar installations performance definitely show great improvement and a large decrease in terms of cost, which enable affordable installation to be meant to sub-Saharan Africa and Southeast Asia, which are the areas where the access of electricity is the poorest in the world. Following our last meeting in Indonesia, Morocco, South Korea, Côte d'Ivoire, we are now in Lebanon, Beirut, proof of our worldwide commitment considering the FISUEL. Born in Lebanon, as it was said before, 17 years ago, FISUEL is now back to testimony of friends to the Lebanon's organization, and companies which are focused on electricity. FISUEL was created with simple goals, which are, first of all, the electricity supply is more and more predominant system in the economic development of the countries. Second point is that wiring tools and associated systems grow old. Counterfeiting, non-compliant and dangerous products are growing fast. Electricity needs, despite real energy efficiency, are continuously increasing in the world. Under this statement, it was decided in 2002 on the boost of France, Belgium, Lebanon, and Senegal, rapidly followed with some other countries from Africa, Middle East, South America, and Europe to create the FISUEL, and it was already in Beirut. The strategic orientation of the FISUEL are the following. First of all, motivated national and local authorities to improve their own electrical regulation and standards. Second way is to encourage prescribing and respect of standards, to set initial controls and periodic ones of electrical safety in housing, propose some worldwide statistics, enable to compare the different results of different countries with the same tools, focus on electricity statistics, and share good practices, fight again non-compliant and dangerous products, improve the skill of the electrical worker and installers, and enhancing cost exchange. FISUEL organization involves 24 members and 14 countries at the moment. I will name them, which are Côte d'Ivoire, Senegal, Belgique, Benin, Cameroon, Niger, Senegal, Saudi Arabia, Lebanon, France, South Korea, Indonesia, Japan, and New Caledonia. And some worldwide organizations such as Schneider Electric, Copper Alliance, UEA, MEGA, and specific conventions with different organizations such as Électriciens Sans Frontières, which are the people which are in Mozambique following the cyclone recently, and IEC, Senelec, and ECI. Since the origin, FISUEL has shown 650 presentations from 50 countries of such subjects such as regulation authorities, cities and slum electrification, counterfeiting, rules and standards, statistics, worker and skill and qualification. For the future, the FISUEL organization after 2020 are the following: going on development of the FISUEL image throughout the world and country members, developing FISUEL awareness via social networks such as Facebook, Twitter, and so on, and causing a deep change to do of this meeting like today, a real exchange of experience and good practices. Some words now on the general meeting in Beirut today. The meeting will gather more than 150 attendants, more than 20 countries, and there will be more than 40 presentations today. All the slides will be in French, in English, and will be translated in Japanese and Korean. Different themes will be renewable energies, with presentation from Japan, New Caledonia, Lebanon, FISUEL, South Korea, France, and Schneider. Market surveillance, fight against non-compliant products or electrical products which are dangerous. Examples for Europe, Ivory Coast and Lebanon. Testimonies on standardization. International certification system with IEC. Electrical system control in France with Consuel, Ignes, ASEC, and material quality in Guinea-Conakry. There will be another subject which will be the storage of electricity and its production with the lift, presentation of the new member of the FISUEL this year, and finally the working group presentation. Last year, the novelty in the game was to introduce a big event. It was last year in Côte d'Ivoire, the promotion of electrical safety in African markets. It was to settle down new controls and electrical protection device in part of the market of Divo, which is a country in the middle of Côte d'Ivoire, in order to improve locally electricity safety. This year, during this GAM, the event is consisted to organize the awards of the electrical safety. For that, 8 groups of students from Lebanon and foreign universities will propose subject, and they will present this during the second day of the symposium. I think the students are in the room. No? Are there? Okay. See you. Many women. I already thank them for the work they have done, and we will be glad to see your work today and in the day after. As you can notice, it will be a great general annual meeting in Lebanon, and the FISUEL will have a lot of work to do now. And I only want to thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Of course, the gratitude goes to the first, the patronage, the Minister of Energy and Water, Mrs. Nada Bustani. She's well thanked for her patronage, and she's represented by a distinguished, beloved Professor Joseph Al-Assad.
Good morning. Allow me first to begin by thanking the organizers of this event, the Orders of Engineers, in person of its president, Architect Thabit, and FISUEL, with its president, Mr. Dumoulin, and head of the organizing committee, Dr. Haidar, and to thank FISUEL for choosing again Beirut to be the center of its General Assembly meeting. I would like also to thank Her Excellency for giving me the honor of representing her at this very important event, and to convey to you her deepest excuses for not being able to be with us today because of a special session of the Council of Ministers for the adoption of the national budget. Now, it is a real pleasure to welcome you again back in Beirut 17 years later, after it all started in Lebanon, especially that this year's theme addresses two very important concepts for Lebanon: renewable energy and security. In fact, in 2009, Lebanon has set the target of having 12% of its primary energy consumed for heating and electricity generation purposes coming from renewable energies. And today, in 2019, we are confidently looking at achieving that target of 12%, and why not overachieving it in 2020. Our ministry, in collaboration with the LCC, has set the National Renewable Energy Action Plan for the period 2016-2020. This action plan specifies the target for each of the renewable energy technologies in order to achieve that 12% of renewable energies in 2020. The main technologies we are relying on are PV, wind, solar water heater, and biomass. Now, since 2016, the ministry has launched a series of projects and bids where Lebanon has signed in February 2018 the first PPA to install more than 200 megawatts of wind in Lebanon. The first PPA in Lebanon, it was a real honor for us that it was a renewable energy PPA. So, moreover, the electricity reform paper, adopted first in 2010 and adopted again in its updated version this month, has set even the bar even higher, specifying that the target for 2030 will be to achieve 30% of the generated electricity from renewable energy. Such a target obliges us to think out of the box, especially in a country like Lebanon, trying to achieve such a high penetration level of renewable energies. And on this level, again, security of installation will play a major role. Now, this target shows also the belief of our ministry in the importance of renewable energy and the role they should be playing in Lebanon. One specific type of renewable energy I would like to specify in this speech is the decentralized solar PV installation. In fact, today in Lebanon, we are looking at around 50 megawatt of installation of decentralized PV. And here we should thank LCEC for all the efforts it has done to develop this market in collaboration with the Central Bank of Lebanon, developing the National Energy Efficiency and Renewable Energy Action, which is the national financing mechanism that helped develop this market. Now, looking at such a market and especially a growing market of decentralized PV installation, we directly understand the importance of having security standards and norms for such installation, especially that most of these installations are rooftop installation on roofs of houses, industrial and commercial institutions. So we are relying on the efforts of the Federation of Engineers, LIBNOR, LCEC, and EDL in developing such standards and norms really soon, hopefully, for Lebanon. Now, finally, I would stick only to English with the permission of Dr. Haider and Hussein. I would like to thank you all for being with us today, and I would wish this event all the success, and we will be looking forward for the closing notes of the meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you all distinguished guests. You've been a great audience. I think we need to proceed to the break, if I'm not mistaken. Sheikh Jamal, wallah.
Just a trophy for Her Excellency.
Her Excellency is being presented with an award by the Order of Engineers and FISUEL, by Order of Engineers. Thank you, Her Excellency. Thank you, Professor Joseph.
The success work is based on the quality and quantity of the contributors. Some of the contributors to this event have exhibited their products in the exhibition hall. We invite you all to visit their booths during the coffee breaks. Younger we are, more inventive we can be. That's why the OEA launched as an integral part of this event a competition among the university students. The topic is safety related to renewable energy. 9 teams from 5 universities applied for the competition. Their work is exhibited in the hall from this side and open to you during the coffee breaks. So we invite you to visit their stands, and now we can take a rest and we go to the coffee break.